back, buddy.
All right.
The Popos.
Oh, yeah.
Mama said. I like to make sure everything is copacetic. Oh, fuck. You got any more Eddie Bravo conspiracies before we get started?
Bruh. I be going to sleep listening to that shit. I did hear one while I was on watching one the other night said that we've been on the moon since the 60s, mining
No
some
shit.
shit off the moon. Yeah.
Mining shit off the moon?
Yeah.
That I believe.
Said that Russia had been chilling on Mars for a while.
Chilling like villains, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, what you say we go ahead and get started in this mother.
Let's do it, bro.
Buddy. Go ahead.
Center shot, score! The New Jersey Devils have won the Stanley Cup. Jason Allen. The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers. That's the throw, Montana. Stepped up, throw. This fight is over. Floyd Mayweather has a knockout victory over Ricky Hatton.
Relaxed and smiling. Oh! He slept on that! Conor McGregor is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world! Oh! Unbelievable! Come on, mic off! Put the countdown mic off! Hell no!
Bro, I always do that. We're here. We're back.
Yeah.
Audio is here. You know, I'm gonna seamlessly transition from the intro to the show better as we go along, but you guys can hear me. What's up, Matt Redmond?
What's up, dude? That's Dr. Matt.
That's right. Dr. Matt Redmond. I do apologize for that, sir. Don't want to not state your credentials here.
That's right. PhD certified.
PhD certified. But that's right. Championship rounds is back, guys. Got a big fight tonight. UFC 270, the heavyweight championship of the world. That's going to decide who the baddest man on the planet is. And like I said before, I don't think the baddest man on the planet is going to be a Frenchman. I just don't think. But We're going to get into that. Like I said, I got Matt Redmond here with me, and we're going to cover a lot more than that as well. And really, we're only going to cover the top 2 fights on the card because they're the only fights that I'm uberly intrigued in. Can I? Is it safe to say I speak for both of us, Matt?
Yes, for sure. The only fight on the undercard that interests me is Cody Stam and Sid Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, and I got Nurmagomedov. Like you said before the show kicked off, you never bet against Nurmagomedov.
Never.
So with that being said, I don't have a graphic for the fights tonight, but we're gonna go ahead and say. I mean, we pretty much covered this the last time we met up on the show. So let's just bring up the first one, the trilogy fight. You got Brandon Moreno coming in trying to defend his belt for the first time against Davison Figueiredo, who's coming in here trying to regain his belt. How you got it playing out, Matt?
You know, my mind's been changed since Figueiredo is training with Henry Cejudo real hard. I was watching that real close. I got a feeling Figueiredo is going to show up tonight. Poor little Moreno.
Slightly different tune than you were singing the last time we talked about this. So you know that I'm picking Figueiredo as well. He historically cuts a lot of weight, had a terrible cut before the Brandon Moreno fight, and I think that played a large factor as to why he relinquished the title. I think he's back with a vengeance, and just like he said at the press conference, that was cringy as fuck. Wouldn't watch it again ever. Again, he's gonna knock him out. I feel he's gonna knock him out. Brandon Moreno, first Mexican champion, history on his side. He was removed from the UFC due to losing fights, found his way back, fought relentlessly, and at a very, very high level, which got him a title fight. And he drew with Figueiredo. He ran it back. Moreno finished him on the ground, rear naked choke, I believe. And now we're here. Figueiredo comes back crazy after losses. Okay? He lost once early in his career, went on a 5-fight winning streak, sleeping. And he's going to do the same to the assassin baby. Anything to add on this?
No, I believe you.
Well, I'm going to add one more thing. Like you said, Brandon Moreno was on Team Cejudo in the Ultimate Fighter, been training with Henry Cejudo. Now he doesn't. Now Figueiredo's the guy who was Cejudo camp. Figueiredo said he had a camp and had him mapped out. He's gonna knock him out. I believe him. He's the dog. The money is on Davison Figueiredo. From the salon to the cage, and he's leaving with the gold. Like I said before. We're moving on. Francis Inganu versus Suril Gan. Who steps out of the cage as the baddest man on the planet?
The Inganu. You just got to touch him once.
You're right. The man has the touch of death. More so than what Conor McGregor used to have. Okay? This guy really needs to just touch you once. And the reason why I'm so freaking confident in Inganu, not just because of his body of work, because of Alexander Volkov. Alexander Volkov touched up. He lost the fight. Suril Gan's undefeated, obviously. So he lost the fight. Alexander Volkov hit Suril Gan over 100 times. And you're telling me that Ingannou's not going to touch him up? Not going to get him clean? I guess that's why they got to show up and fight. But I got Inganu. And that's all I got to say about that. Do you got anything to add?
He's not just powerful. That dude's fast. And look at the size of his fucking head. He's got to be able to absorb some punishment.
No, he can.
I don't think he's been knocked out, has he? Yeah, he did. Other people went to sleep when Stipe hit him. Yeah, I think Inganu walks out and still all day.
All right, so we're both in agreement on both of these fights. And like you said, like you saw, my parlay that I put together, I believe, Figueiredo, Inganu, Saidin Nurmagomedov, and the guy that's fighting Matt Frivola. He's undefeated, finished all his fights.
Morhaze or whatever.
No, I forget his name. Came off the
Morales.
Contender Series. Doesn't matter. Frivolo's off the Contender Series, even though he fights
Yeah.
at a Suril gym. Anyways, I put $20 and it's over a $500 payout. So hopefully those 4 fights can go the way I need them to go. But moving on, Matt, we're going to go to the first topic off of UFC, or way rather from UFC 270. And that's going to be Kamaru Usman's next fight. Yes, finally Leon Edwards is going to get his rematch with Kamaru Usman for the most coveted title at 170 pounds in MMA. Do you see this going any different, Matt?
Nope. I know Usman better go back to his grappling and not stand in front of him like he did with Covington, because Leon's got some dangerous striking. But if he goes back to grappling, he'll wear him down and beat the shit out of him, keep his belt.
Is Leon a more dangerous striker than Kamaru Usman? I mean, than Jorge Masvidal.
I would put them in the same category. I'd say they very close. I'm not sure which one is really the better one yet, but he fucked.
I mean, so what's to say that Usman can't do the same thing he did to Masvidal?
The way that the angles, the boxing, Masvidal, everybody used to think Masvidal is a better boxer, but I think for technical, I think Edwards is a better boxer. Maybe Masvidal just got better balls and lets him go when he's supposed to or whatever, but I think he's got the footwork to move away from Usman instead of into his punch. Usman hit that mother with a side. Over with.
Looks like you're just a little off center on the camera.
Probably the wrong way.
Yeah, it's the wrong way. Other way. Other way.
It's like I moved a little.
No, it's all good.
Don't do shit.
You just like on the side, but it's all good.
Let's see.
Now you're completely not even on the screen.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so again, we're both picking Usman to defeat Leon Edwards again because he's had rematches and he's done it more devastatingly the second time. Like in the Colby fight. He came out a lot earlier, didn't he? Like in the Masvidal fight. Took him out a lot earlier, didn't he? I don't see it being different from the Brit, Leon Rocky Edwards. Do you got anything else to add to this before we move on?
That's it.
That is it. So moving on from that, we're going on to another fight that was announced and made official. 2 guys that we just talked about here. Colby Covington is in there with Game Bred Masvidal. And the rivalry is going to culminate at UFC 272, March 5th, 2022. I think it's the main event. Are you intrigued?
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm also intrigued, and I'm going to go ahead and run a clip that Chael Sonnen seems to think this is a potential career-ending fight for Masvidal, and I want to see what you think about this, see if you agree.
Chael Sonnen gives respect to Jorge Masvidal after news broke that Jorge has accepted a fight with Colby Covington. The two are set to fight at UFC 272 on March 5th. Chael says that this is potentially a career-ending fight for Masvidal. On his YouTube channel, Chael said these guys have such a problem with one another and they'll put everything on the line. Even if I lose, I'm going to punch you right in your mouth. Both of them have this mindset, right? Nothing could be better, but in all fairness, I really have got to show respect to Masvidal because this is a career-ending fight. It is that big of a deal. There will be that much attention and that much focus and that much hatred going into this battle. Jorge, who is the second biggest draw in combat sports right now, he's coming off 2 defeats. If he goes out there and gets taken down and he gets mauled for 25 minutes, it's going to take a lot of luster off the shine that is the second biggest draw in the UFC, the BMF Jorge Masvidal. It's a big deal and Jorge signed up anyway. Goddamn, I respect that.
All right, well, it looks like we lost Matt for a second, but yeah, this could be a career-ending, well, not ending fight for Masvidal, but it could be. I mean, as far as his buzz at the top, I mean, you can't. He's coming off of 2 losses already, and he just got put to bed in devastating fashion, to say the very least. So if he takes another defeat and he gets absolutely dominated, there's no way I see him bouncing back being as big as he once was. And he's got his own fighting promotion that he does every now and then. I mean, I still hope his business ventures, do well. But like I said, coming back from a knockout is one thing. It's a good thing he's coming back from a knockout to a marquee fight, a fight people care about. Otherwise, he'd be fighting, obviously his hardcore fans are going to rock with him either way. But at least he's coming back to a fight that a lot of people wanted for a long time. Hell, we've wanted the Leon Edwards fight since the 2-piece in the soda. So, glad we're getting that fight. And let me see if we can get Matt back here. Let's see. Are you coming back, Matt? This is great. This is great. This is great for the live. Let me see here. This is great. There we go.
Bruh.
There we go. You good?
Yes, sir. Fucking shit had to update and restart it. I gotta fix that. Or can't do it while I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, it's all good, bro. Like, I'm just glad I got you back. Let me go ahead and I'm going to put Dr. Matt back on screen. Sorry about that, buddy. But yeah, what do you think about what Chael Sonnen said about this being in a potential career-ending fight for Masvidal? Now, before you answer, I said that it could be as far as Masvidal at his height, being the pay-per-view draw he is. He's coming off of a devastating loss. He got put to bed, talked a lot of shit twice, got put to sleep. So at least he's coming back to a fight that's marquee that people care about. But could this be the last marquee fight for him if he loses?
I think so. I agree 100% with Chael Sonnen. I mean, what else would there be after that if he loses?
Right. I mean, there might be some interest. Say a Leon Edwards loses and he loses, and there's still the storyline for the 2-piece in the soda. But other than that, like, I don't see another avenue for him to have a blockbuster fight.
But what about what's for Covington after he wins? Are we going to want to watch him and Usman again? Are they even going to give it to him that fast?
No, I think Colby has a plan here. He's already planted a seed elsewhere. I think Colby is going to try his luck at 155 pounds. I think he likes the landscape down there, and he's definitely not moving up to 185 pounds. So, I mean, other than that, what do? You linger around 170 in case Usman loses, or you keep trying to take out the contenders. Like, nobody wants to do that.
Yeah. I would love to see him at 155. That would be awesome.
But let's go ahead and move on from that fight. You got something a bit different here. Just to spin off of the fight tonight, you got one Francis Ngannou calling for a fight with Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury, you know what I mean, wants the fight as well. Both of the camps want the fight. And I'm going to go ahead and play this message from Tyson Fury to one Francis Ngannou after, Francis had been chirping.
Message to Francis Inganu and the UFC guys. Look, if you want some of this Gypsy King money, you know where to come and find it. If you want some of this Gypsy King power, I'll give it you. Anytime, any place, anywhere, 7 days a week and twice on a Sunday. You big ugly dosser.
I believe him too.
Ugly dosser. What do you think we get this fight in 2022? This is Francis's last fight on his contract. You
Yeah.
think the UFC? He says he wants the UFC to be involved, a la Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. Do you think we get this?
Man, if I was UFC, I'd get involved because I do think we're gonna get it. Unless Francis loses, then why would Tyson want to fight him? But I don't see him losing. So if I was Dana White, I'd be backing his ass like I did Conor McGregor right on into the ring for that money.
I mean, if he sleeps Suril Gan, Dana would be stupid not to.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is different. You know, the reason why the UFC, I think, didn't want to let these guys box in the past is because they don't want their coveted champions going over to boxing and getting made to look human. You know what I mean? They don't, you don't want them getting destroyed over here, and then they come back, limping fucking back with their belt and their UFC belt in tow, and then they're like, okay, I'm supposed to promote this guy now. This guy got his head knocked off, but this is different. Why is this different? Because Tyson Fury is so respected and big in boxing. So even if Francis got in there and got worked, it's Tyson Fury. And you can still sell Francis Ngannou because he's still that guy. He would still be that guy in MMA. So I wouldn't be mad if we got this fight. And I actually want to see it, even though I would have Tyson Fury all day. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. And he's in Tyson Fury's world as a boxer. The boxing in boxing is different than the boxing in MMA. But I still think
100%.
he'd sleep Fury.
I mean, that's why I will be intrigued and like, listen, everybody's seen what this guy has done. And that's why I would be intrigued in seeing it, because there is a fucking chance. Way bigger of a chance than that of a Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, well, keeping on the same Inganu tip, there's another issue with Inganu, or another topic rather. Francis Inganu saying that, it's the last fight of his career. Or not, was UFC contract rather. What am I talking about? Listen, he said publicly that he'll never fight for 500K again. He'll never fight for 600K again. And he's getting like half of his check in crypto, Bitcoin. Like, what is going on here? And I got a little excerpt from a interview with Brett Akamoto pertaining to this issue, and this is what Francis had to say during that.
This is going to put you on the spot, but would you fight again under that contract? Would you be willing to fight again under that contract? It extends for a year.
No.
So if you win on January and you do not get a new contract, you would.
No, I will not fight for 500,000-600,000 anymore. I mean, it's over. Yeah. It's over. I just did this. I took this fight just, for a personal reason, and because I want to make sure that regardless, even it's unfair, I've been wrongly treated, I can make my case of saying I've accomplished the 8th fight, But no.
Are you mad at the guy? I mean, I think he should be getting paid way much more than that already. What do you think?
I'm not mad at him either. That's your brain getting smashed in every time you take a punch. It's not just you get in there and fight and you go party after. You could die. The hell yeah, I'd want more money than that. Stepping in with big ass heavyweights that can thump you and knock you out. For sure.
Listen, this is where I stand on it. I can say that this guy should have already been getting paid a lot more already. I could say that. But we are where we're at. We're here. Francis is at the last fight of his contract. Yes, there's a championship clause. I know that. Listen, last fight of his contract. If Francis wins this fight in devastating fashion or not, you got to pay him. You can't let this guy get away. He is a marauder, and he fits the bill. He fights the bill, and you see his English is so much better now. This is a guy you can sell. And if he keeps knocking the heads off of grown men and defeating a Suril Gan, who is kind of goofy, but I respect him, you got to pay this guy. Don't let this guy get away, because if you let him get away in his prime, he's going to do big things without you. Just going to happen. So Francis is going to get paid. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I agree. Wonder, but if he don't fight with the clause, can they sue him, or is there some kind of little loophole
No.
there where he can
That's the
get out
thing.
of it?
Like, there is a championship clause, but it's kind of tricky with Francis because he spoke about it with Becca Akamoto on ESPN. I forget the exact things he said about it, but he's very confident that his contract is over after this fight. So
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with time. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to something different here. Mark Hunt, you know, he's been on like a tirade trying to get at the UFC because he's saying, oh, they knew these guys were on steroids. You know, well, this guy was ordered to pay the UFC's legal fees. And I got a kind of a spoof, if you will, here, dealing with this craziness pertaining to Mark
Baby,
Hunt.
hardcore. I'm a motherfucking gangster, baby. And like I said before, long time ago, said Rusty Fork is going into your fucking eyeballs. You and your little pussy friends. I'ma get you, motherfucker. I'ma get your bitch ass.
Is he fucking awesome?
No, you moron. I think it's disgusting. I think he's disgusting, and I never want to see him ever again. He makes me sick. That guy has no business in fights, and I promise you, you're not going to see him again. I don't hate Mark Hunt at all. I never hated Mark Hunt. He knows that. I was actually really good to Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt was never my friend, you know? Typical Mark Hunt craziness. You know, he came out and said, I hate him. I've always hated him. I've never hated Mark Hunt, ever. He knows that deep down inside. He's just, he's acting like a wild man right now.
Look, this is where I sit on it. Mark Hunt, when the UFC purchased Pride, had a terrible record, and the UFC just wanted to buy him out of his contract and send him on his way. But Mark Hunt wanted to fight, so the UFC said, "Fuck it, we'll give you a chance." The man has had some great fights, the king and the founder, if you will, of the walk-off KO. Google it. The man has done some things in this cage. He beat Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis hurt his back. I know it was like a kind of quit on the stool or against the cage, but whatever. But at the end of the day, the UFC gave him a chance, okay? You were fighting in Pride where performance-enhancing drugs were encouraged. So, and then you get to the UFC and you fight some guys that pop. Brock. Who else popped? I think JDS popped. I think Frank Mir popped. There were some guys that it was a string of guys he fought that popped. But at the end of the day, you know the risk that you sign on for, and now he's saying that the UFC is blackballed him. No, nobody wants to get in bed with you when they be subject to a hell of a lot more scrutiny about performance enhancing drugs. It's like UFC has USADA in place. I mean, obviously the court findings are in favor of the UFC. Matt, what do you think about this?
Man, I think he should pay the money and go on his way. I didn't even think about it the way you put it, though. Yeah, he come from like steroid fight central.
Right.
And then when he loses, he makes a big stink about, oh, I lost because of this, and want to sue people and shit. Yeah, just pay that man, let him go fight and bare knuckle or something.
I don't think anybody wants to play with him at all.
Hell
But
no.
moving on to the notorious Conor McGregor. This is so Conor McGregor in the past has had like some run-ins and dealings with, I think, the Irish mafia, if you will. Well, he's got a Black Forge, which is a private bar. I don't know exactly what it is. It's a private bar restaurant that he purchased for a lot of money. And when I saw this report originally, I thought like they really fucked this place up. But apparently there was no damage done to the Black Forge. So now I'm thinking, was this a warning shot? Matt, should Conor McGregor be worried?
Yeah, didn't Dana White and them have to bail him out from the mob one time around the time they was in the fight Auto or something?
That's what I said. I believe so. And you know, Conor is so brash and does not give a damn. He could always have some beef and heat with these guys. So you think this was a warning shot as well?
Maybe. Probably was.
Yeah, I think it was a warning shot. But the question of if Conor McGregor is worried about this warning shot, this footage was actually shot shortly after the news came out of the Molotov cocktail incident.
Yeah, look at them. See who we done named your little lucky little Muppets.
I don't think the guy's worried. I don't think he's worried one bit. What do you think?
I didn't understand shit he just said.
I didn't either. I think the last word he said was Muppets.
Muppets.
I don't
That's
know.
about all I
And
got.
I'm just guessing.
Nah,
But
he
yeah.
ain't scared.
I don't think he's worried one bit.
Mm-mm.
And I'm gonna say he's fired up, but I think you guys know what I mean when I say that. All right. Anything to add on Conor McGregor in this incident before we move forward?
Is he planning on coming back at lightweight, or is he stepping up to welterweight?
I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But one of my good buddies said something that I think is accurate. He hasn't been able to train like he wants to because of his leg issues, so he's been lifting a lot of weight, bulking up. As far as the weight class, we'll see.
I've seen this have a negative impact on fighters before.
And it very well could have a negative impact on Conor. So I'm not putting that off at all. But we're gonna move on from Conor to Nate Diaz. And I know that you probably have seen the incident regarding Nate Diaz where he flinches at this guy, Karis Archer. But anyways, I'm gonna show everybody else while we break this down because it's actually pretty damn funny. And then this guy has the nerve to respond. Let me see here. There we go. So Matt, go ahead and break down what you see here.
I see Nate. He got him a target, and then he scared the shit out of it.
He got him a target.
I love Nate.
Yeah, bro. Nate definitely caught him slipping, bro. Like,
He was probably high as shit, walking through there like, I'm bored. What the fuck can I do? Just fuck this guy. Fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Nate knew this guy? Like, this guy been talking shit? Like, I don't think Nate would just walk by a random guy and just jump at him for no reason. I mean,
I haven't heard.
These guys had heat underground or something.
I haven't heard that, but I do know that guy after that has been talking major shit.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I actually got that footage as well, of course, where this guy, Karis Archer, decides to respond.
Hello, world. I've seen all the laughter. Everybody laughing. Ha ha. Same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. Nate Diaz is a bona fide female dog. He had the police with him, had the security protecting him, and you go flinch at me and try to sucker punch me when I'm not paying attention? And y'all think this man's a gangster? I think the world is fucked up and confused around here when they think about what is a real gangster. I'm a real street dog. I'm in the streets. Believe that. Anybody that know me know how One Punch rocking, and we don't do shit while the police there. But anyway, back to why I'm making this video. Dana White, I seen you made a post, and you laughed, and you thought it was funny. I bet you won't think it's funny. You signed me for one fight, and I knocked Nate Diaz the fuck out in the first round. Guaranteed, no cap.
What is wrong with this guy? There's no way in hell Dana White is going to sign this guy. He already laughed at you. Like, you looked so... You're 2-6. Hey, what are you talking about? Like, I get it. I guess this is getting people to know this guy a little bit more, but come on, bro. Do you see this? Do you see anything happening in the cage after this? I mean, Nate Diaz is on his last fight of his contract. And his last fight ain't going to be against no damn Karis Archer on a one-fight deal.
He'll slap the shit out of that guy. I don't think we'll see nothing out of this other than this guy cry. I think if we did see it, Nate would slap the fuck out of him, embarrass the shit out of him, going about his business like he just did already. He flinched too fucking hard. He should get those 2 for flinching. I'm on the street.
Yeah, What would you?
I'm a
Do you
gangster.
think? Do you think the UFC is gonna give Nate Diaz Poirier? I know you already said you do think, but now you see what I'm talking about. Nate Diaz is on his last fight of his deal, and they don't want to give him a fight like that and send him away potentially with a win over one of their stars. I don't know. If Nate Diaz don't sign, I don't see it happening. What do you think?
He said today, this is considered as him signing. He's trying to fight the fucker, but Dana White's avoiding it, like you said. And Poirier is
It don't
bulking
work
up and
like that.
talking shit. So I don't know. I believe we're gonna see it sooner or later, one way or the other. It's
Yeah, I
building
guess
hype
it'll remain
already.
to be seen.
You know Dana's about that money, and they already building that hype on it.
100%.
Uh,
Okay, we got just three more things to get into before we get out of here, Matt. I don't know if you've seen this. I think I've sent you some of the so I sent you pictures of some of the tweets that has been going on between this love triangle, if you will, But apparently, Roman Dolidze has been knocking the bottom all the way out of Cheyenne Vlismas, who happens to be legally married to JP Buys, or is it Bays? I don't care. His wife's getting nailed. Let me go ahead and run this footage to bring everybody else up to speed, as to what exactly is going on here.
Recently, it was reported that Cheyenne Vlismas got divorced from her husband, JP Bays, who was also a fighter in the UFC. Initially, JP and Cheyenne said nothing publicly regarding the divorce, but then yesterday, JP finally came out, blasted Cheyenne, and claimed she cheated on him with another UFC fighter. First off, MMA Fighting tweeted this headline saying Cheyenne Vlismas in hiding since UFC win, unsure when she'll fight again, it makes me want to cry. JP Bays responded to the headline saying hiding from what? In a country no one knows where she's at. Everyone here knows she has been in Batumi, Georgia with Roman, the same guy she has been having an affair with behind my back, while still married. Just to give some clarity, JP is referring to Georgian fighter Roman Dolidze, who actually trains at the same gym and shares the same coaches as Cheyenne Vlismas and JP Bays. On her Instagram story, Cheyenne Vlismas appeared to respond to JP Bays' comments, saying the things people would say and do for attention. JP responded saying the lies easy to tell, but hard to prove. The truth is hard to tell, but easy to prove. And during the making of this video, JP Bays spoke to MMA Fighting and gave an update on the situation. JP said he's still legally married to Cheyenne Vlismas, but she's currently in Georgia, spending time with Roman Dolidze.
Is that what it's called? Spending time? I think it's called fucking. I'm just saying. And you're still married to her. They I guess they are spending time. I guess they are. But what do you think about all this?
I'd be pissed, bro. I'd burn the fucking gym down.
You burn the
We'd
gym
be,
down, they all train together. Roman
yeah.
said, I told you I'm strong like bull.
Yeah,
I
it'd be
mean, this
war.
has got to be one of the saltiest men in America right now.
Dude. Are they in the same weight class? If I was
Hell
Dana,
no.
I'd be like, ooh, we gotta cut a
Roman
promo.
Dolidze is a middleweight, and this guy is a flyweight, 125 pounds. But
Fuck,
I
fuck
guess
it, let him fight at catch weight.
Listen, I get it now. I guess Cheyenne Vlismas learned firsthand that a bigger man swings a bigger dick. I'm gonna leave it at that. You got anything else to add to this?
That ain't true, bro. Oh shit.
Well, we're gonna agree to disagree. I don't know. I don't know what. Hey, good luck to JP Buys. All right, that's all I'm gonna say to that. All right. Moving right along. Eagle FC, Khabib's organization, is bringing back Rashad Evans. Are you intrigued?
No. Come on, Rashad. Stop the shit. Got stank-eyed by from Cheetah, and it's been downhill ever since.
Yeah. I don't want to see Rashad back. He was a beast. I remember when he started slipping and he did an interview and he said something along the lines of, am I losing my shit? Yeah, bro, like you lost it, bro. And you were one of my favorite fucking fighters. I don't want to see it. But if he comes back, I hope he does well. I ain't gonna hate on him.
Yeah, he's intelligent in the fight game too. I mean, I like hearing his opinion about stuff, but yeah, come on, dude, hang it up.
Yeah, he was on a fight losing streak when he left
Yeah.
the sport. So. Last thing that we're gonna cover, Matt, here is Amazon versus MVP for the welterweight title in Bellator. MVP is getting a welterweight title shot, sir. Does he win it?
I don't know, bro. I know MVP because he does some highlight shit. But when I got to looking at this dude, Dynamo, I don't know. He might whoop Michael Page.
I mean, he's undefeated. I feel like if he can get MVP to the ground and keep him there, then he's probably gonna win. But if he plays around with MVP on the feet, anything can happen, sir. And I would actually favor MVP if it went like that.
And he'll crush your skull.
If this fight doesn't go to the ground, MVP is gonna be your new welterweight champion in Bellator, in my opinion. So,
yes, he can't.
I don't know.
I don't even think there's a striker in Bellator that's on that dude's level. They got to grapple him.
Yeah, there's not. And really, everybody, look, when you're preparing for MVP or say a Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, they bring in one guy. Everybody brings in the same damn guy, who I think also fights in Bellator. Do you know who we're talking about? Know who I'm talking about?
Nah, I do, but I can't think of his
Raymond
name.
Daniels.
Yeah, I remember.
They always bring him in. But yeah, this is a big fight for Bellator coming up. I mean, they got some stars over there. AJ McKee, MVP. Like, we got something going over here. So yeah, are you at least intrigued for the fight? Are you gonna watch?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch for sure. If you want to see something crazy happen, MVP's the man to watch, bro.
100%.
Would he crush Cyborg's skull with a fucking knee to the head or something like that? Yeah,
flying knee.
Whole forehead dented in. Fuck. Man's bad.
All right. Well, Matt, that's all we got to cover right now. The fights are tonight. Hell, the games are tonight. And guys, I'm going to be releasing both of these videos on YouTube. Both of these shows, rather. Last night's show and today's show on YouTube today. They should be released. I don't know what time it is now, but they should be released later today. I'm not going to put a time on it. But yeah, we're trying to push up the subscribers. So, Matt, do you got anything else to add before we get out of here?
Like, comment, share. That's it.
There we go. Like, comment, share, Matt. You know the lingo, and I'll put it on the screen. Like, comment, and share. Again, like I said, we're pushing up the subscriptions. Both of these shows are going to be live on YouTube soon. But Matt, as always, good to have you. And the rest of you guys, until next time, stay frosty.
I grew up with these niggas, and I can't fuck with these niggas, no. Show nothing but love, but I ain't get nothing from you niggas. I'm done with you niggas. Claim you the realest, turn out to be worse than the bitches. You can catch your right-hand man red-handed, he still won't admit it, no. Steady taking advantage, guess mama ain't teach him no manners. I see through them, they wrapped in ceramic, whoa. They taking a youngin' for granted. When you call on somebody, they vanish. These bitch-ass niggas need panics, whoa. You turned your back on me, that shit got back to me. Don't you come back to me, nah. I threw you the bag for cheap, ain't even tax a fee. You ended up stabbing me, yeah. You taught me a lesson, now I know when they finessing. He not the captain, he capping. Get him a roll, that nigga acting, you already know I get this bitch cracking. I came from that dirty, you gon' need a napkin. I was built for shit like this. I keep my eye on the niggas who switch. I used to file niggas for this. I done did time in prison for this.